Democrats in Illinois are proposing legislation that they say will make housing more accessible and more affordable. But one local official is worried about how the bill may impact Quincy. WGEM's Robbie Tucker spoke with Mayor Linda Moore tonight and joins us here now with more. Robbie?
Daniel, Governor J.B. Pritzker visited McLean County last week to discuss the bill proposal with local leaders. Pritzker says the plan would cut through red tape while investing in a down payment assistance program for first-time homeowners and infrastructure improvement. Quincy Mayor Linda Moore is in favor of the extra investment, but is concerned the bill would cut through too much tape and override the city's authority on a number of residential zoning issues, including the type and number of units allowed on properties in certain zones, parking space requirements for certain types of developments, and more. Moore says if passed, the state-mandated requirements could lead to confusion and frustration.
To me, it's kind of like the Wild Wild West. If you don't have certain rules in place or certain guidelines in place, anybody can do anything. And while some people might say, hey, that's great, I don't want rules, we all know that we all need rules and discipline in our life just to maintain order. All in all, these proposals, you know, they might work for some areas, but they just don't seem to quite fit everywhere. And that's where we would like to maintain some flexibility.
The City Council passed a resolution during their last meeting asserting that local government should maintain control over city zoning issues and building codes. Daniel?
All right, thanks, Robbie. And Moore says city officials are set to meet with representatives from the governor's office to talk about the bill next week.